Hi, you guys. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm late. The hockey game didn't end yet. I was hoping that it would come to an end. Let me get this set. Oh my gosh. There's just so much I have to catch up on. Wait, okay. Where am I? Where are you? Let me manage my video. Hopefully this is something this year I can master. Let's see. Can we turn this on? On. Save. And then show more, show me more. Okay, what day is today? March. It's still March 5th. Okay, save. Now I have to find you guys. Okay, here we go. Oh, just mute. Hey you guys. Hey, we're here. Hi, Deanna. Sending love, light, and gratitude from Arlington, Texas. Please tell me, Arlington, Texas, that you have water. Hi, Lucienne. Hi, Sophie. GM Dave. Hi, you guys. Hi, Jaybird. How are you? Yeah, I'm slacking a little bit this this week, but the last couple, you guys, you all know, it's been tough. I just am really looking forward to Mercury moving. This new moon, Aquarius, all of this, 2021 has been... it's been like a different kind of upheaval. It's been kind of a different kind of change. Whereas we were like suffocating under pressure from Don Julio 2020, it's a different kind of pressure, right? And we're like redoing everything. But first, let me grab 4 cards. I love doing this with you guys. It makes me very happy. Ooh, the Emperor. So what I do is, because we are still in this lunation, and I like giving us a focus together, I just draw 4 cards for the first 4 people. And then we just kind of focus on that towards the end of the live. Once we look at this quarter moon, and we look at needs. So we're going to do that. This is the Sagittarius quarter moon. It's over Washington, D.C., Lots of news this week. Sagittarius rules over law enforcement, you guys. Lands far away. Gee, what in the world could happen? Sagittarius is also Don Julio's natal moon. He seems a little scared. So, whoopsie. He's scared. I'm just going to leave this out because Donald is scared. So, who do we have here? Who am I drawing cards on? So, we'll do Deanna. And I just use these cards as prompts. It's not necessarily a reading. It's more for prompts for later on because you guys are so awesome. Cut the deck. I need a card for Deanna. Ooh, I did not see it, but I could tell it was Major Arcana. Deanna, Lucienne. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. I'm just really bad with that stuff. Give me a card for her. Felt like it kind of wanted to hide, kind of little Piscean there. And then we have Sophie Edwards, hello. And GM Dave. Give me a card for... Here we go. Okay, so I'm using a different deck for that. I'm going to write the names on this. Okay, so the 7 Pentacles... This is Scared Donald. And then we have Deanna. Lucienne. I cannot write like this. Sophie. And GM. But I will put GM on the bottom. Sophie, Lucy, Deanna. Okay, good. The crow is waiting. Actually, I'll put this like this. Yeah, so I'm like, I am just getting clobbered by Mercury. I'm just to the point where I'm like, forget it. Just forget it. I was ready to give up yesterday. It was just one of those days, and I know it's because Saturn was hitting my midpoint of my natal sun and Saturn. Sun is your life force, your center, the thing that you are illuminating your world here in this body manifest. It's your light, your soul expression. Saturn, on the other hand, is the limitations, the boundaries, basically of the planets that we can see visually. You know, Saturn being the farthest one out there, kind of puts a block to things. So then we have Saturn, that icy planet, obstacles, stop, authority. All day yesterday, bearing down on my Sun Saturn midpoint. I ended up having to run around to like 5 different stores. It's one of those things where you need something and it doesn't work and other things don't work out, and then you start crying. Because it was my daughter's birthday yesterday. It's hard for these guys, our teens, who all our kids are just going through such a hard time, and you want things to be so special. And then I didn't want to be the crying mom on her birthday, being an assholio and ruining it, because it wasn't that. It was my own stuff. So, and then I was like, I got to catch up and make a video for you guys. And then I made 2 videos. One was 20 minutes, one was 30 minutes, and then the microphone never connected. So that's why I had to do kind of the voiceover for the video that I posted today. But I thought that was really, really interesting. That guy, the first appointee to get arrested, that 30-minute video was really good, but no. I just had enough. We'll just start over. So anyway, it's just, it's part of being human in a body here, figuring out your limitations, what you're going to do, how you're going to flow, and, not be an assholeo in public, even though I was like really biting my tongue and I kind of stomping away, just mad. That's all I could do. I had it. So that's it. Let me check in with you guys real quick and say hello. Hello. Where are you guys? Mergoats. Here comes the sun. My mergoats are not okay. Abbott. Okay. Abbott is okay. I need to talk about Abbott later, Benny. Yes, thank you. Thank you. She had such a fantastical, magical day, and that's all that mattered. Plus, I took her shopping the day before. So, total score. Total score. Yes, the princess. Hi, Regina. Hi, all. Hi, Michael Grant. Lucky girl. Yeah, that looks... Lucky girl, your emojis look yummier and prettier than mine. I want to eat that. Asteroid Astrology. This is the 4th time. Yay! 4th? That's my favorite number. Praying for New Zealand. Oh my gosh, are there more earthquakes in New Zealand? Because I didn't say it at the last live. I was worried about earthquakey things. I even got the AstroMap. I was kind of looking over here at New Zealand. What's this blue? The moon is good. What's this purple? Oh, okay. So they're going to have some more activity over here. Yeah, this area is squashed between the moon and Mars. I am not good at reading the world map. I don't know what's over here. There's some stuff over here. USA. Ooh. Uh-oh. I think the hockey team lost. I had to cut out. I can hear hubby yelling from 2 floors below me through the vents. Okay. We can look at this later. But there still continues to be activity over there. It looks very blustery in Australia. high pressure, low pressure. You got some intense weather on this side of Australia. Hooey, boy. But see, and that's the thing. It's like summer to fall over there, so it's just it's totally different. I can't look at that stuff. So so we're gonna go over this quarter moon here. Plants in the way. Amelia Rose is in the way. She likes to be on the camera. 3 stages. Catch up on stuff from this week. We'll do this Terrascope and we'll do the new moon, this lunation contracts, okay? So, update. Mars is 1 Gemini. I threw those dice. It said 1 Gemini. When would she open? Mars is 1 Gemini today. Her bud is open. I think I might even have to make a flower essence. I miss making those. We'll see. And then the crocus, hocus pocus, my crocus. Look at that. Just amazing. If you can look deeper in there, isn't it just glowing inside? Like, I just want to crawl in there. If I was a little mergoat fairy, I would be living in, oh, look at that one. I want to bob in there like it's a little whirlpool. So wonderful. Okay. Benny, New Zealand just had more earthquakes because I know they had the 8.1 and there were tsunami warnings all over the place the other day. Sophie Edwards, you betcha there's crazy politics and weather in Texas. I have not been able to watch a lot of news this week. I really trying to catch, I know so much is happening and I just don't even know what the headlines are. But the things I did catch today, wow, it is revealing. So I will do that in the catch up. I want to briefly, before I forget, you know what, before I get to 3 stages, where's my markers? Okay. For the record, you guys, aside from the crazy politics and the crazy weather, now I am talking personally, individually. Yes, we're going to have this ongoing political stuff, but personally, individually, stress levels, I feel, are down. You guys feel that? And today and yesterday especially feels so refreshing. It feels so free. Now, ignore like whatever cross currents are in your brain or whatever the ego's chatting about. You know, I'm talking about your physical body, being in your body, sleeping, getting up during the day, you know, going through your morning routine, you know, noon, afternoon, evening, it feeling more fluid, feeling less tense, feeling like everything is kind of coming back together and piecing together and coming back to you kind of life. It feels normal. And what I want you to know is that the last couple days, this is the first time in like over a year, say, that the giant planets are not an aspect to each other. We just got through a Saturn-Uranus square, but basically that square has separated. So all these giant planets are no longer fighting with each other. We're not feeling that gravitational force and the pressure coming up through our feet and our bodies and just engulfing us everywhere with the cross currents of those planets. This is the gentle peace. This is normal. And it's so normal and so good feeling that some people want to try to harness and manipulate it and make things seem bad because Biden and the Democrats and others cannot get any credit at all for the things that they're doing. So there's going to be more of a push in the opposition to make things worse than they are in order to grab the narrative and run away with it. But they can't, because not only are things not the big planets, Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto, Uranus, nothing is at they've all separated enough, and they've gone to on their merry way for a while. They're not bothering one another. This is how it's supposed to be. So these good feelings, what I want to impart to you is these are yours. This is normal, and you don't attribute it to any one person outside of you, any government outside of you. Now, I understand those of you in Texas and Australia, New Zealand, it's a little different because you're dealing with certain fallout from government figures that are affecting a whole bunch of you from a lot of tension, planetary tension prior. But generally, this is the blank slate, you guys, the tabula rasa. When I said that in this lunation with this new moon Aquarius, that everything is possible, nobody knows what's going to happen, I really mean it. Because of the Saturn Jupiter conjunction we had on December 21st in Aquarius at 0 degrees, Aquarius got his turn to assert. What are we going to do with this energy? And that's where we picked it up with the new moon Aquarius. We're still in the Aquarius lunation. We have about another week to go, and then we'll get into the Pisces lunation. This energy is still creative. So you got to really be careful on what you're creating. If you're feeling normalcy, this is the time to really harness it and grab it and savor it and milk it for what you are being called to in your future. Now, this full moon that we had in Virgo was really calling different signs in different ways to kind of what the bigger future wants for you. So I did that video, the full moon Virgo, what is it calling to you? So if you want any more hints about that, go to that video. And I loved your comments because so many of you were saying, oh my gosh, well, this makes sense. I can't stop, blah, 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 blah. Those things that keep tugging at you every single day for your good, for your creativity, for that special, unique part of you, go there and stay there and mine it for all it's worth, because it's going to give you opportunities that can create a path for the next 20 years. And you want it to be a good one. You want it to be yours. You don't want it to be somebody else's, right? That's where your power is. And the more you stay in your power right now, the payoffs are going to be incredible. Plus, all you guys got through the first stage that I'm calling the 3 stages of this change in time. Yeah, there's 3. Oh, man. You over here. See, it's just like stuff like that. I keep doing, like, ruining stuff. And my mobile phone broke today, the port, and then just more stuff broke. I almost broke this. That's just what I'm in. It's just, be careful. It's just giving you awareness to be aware. Awareness to be aware. How about that? There's some good advice. Awareness to be aware, whatever that is. So, we are in 3 stages in this transformational time. The first one you guys got through, 2020, basically was the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. So freaking difficult and hard. My God, we did a lot of work that year that promised to change world structure and world power. That conjunction came on January 12th, 2020, and it's the reason why 2020 super duper sucked. And this conjunction that was in the sign of Capricorn. It didn't get its new moon until January this year, like almost 12 months later, so that it could really lay out hey, this is what we're doing. And then right on the heels of that, stage 2, I'm calling it, is the Saturn Jupiter conjunction, and that was on 12/21/20. So the first stage promised to change world government and power and structure. And did that happen in spades or what? At some point, we're going to be able to look back at 2020 and look at everything. I mean, we got hit with, but everything we accomplished, you guys. I mean, really, it is so dizzying. I still cannot remember parts of the year because it was like every single month seemed like a decade of crap that we had to barrel through, get our bearings, transform, and then hurry up, we're going to go to the next thing and get our butt kicked. But in terms of change of world power and structure, we got Donald out. We got that dictatorship out. We saved our democracy. It still has a ways to go, but we pulled back from the brink, which is crazy, phenomenal, powerful. Saturn, Pluto. Saturn is structure. Pluto, transformation, destruction, rebirth. The riches that are in the soil. Tenacity, willingness. Pluto, that determination and drive to wait Donald out and make sure we get every single voter out there to wait him out and sustain and overcome. Because Capricorn is the sign of government, the establishment, the authority, how things have been. When these things get so crystallized that they're not working anymore, they have to fall apart. They have to fall apart. And then we have a social order that responds to that. The Saturn Jupiter conjunction at the end of December was the icing on the cake, the Christmas star. That was so beautiful. I truly believe that if we didn't have this conjunction here, and this was in the sign of Aquarius, the visionary, the revolutionary, the innovator, the humanitarian, I think the Saturn-Pluto damage would have been longer lasting. I don't know if we would have survived January 6th as well as we did without the benefit of this here. So that's stage 2. Stage 2, we are rolling with this lunation right now. We have about another week, but still, we're going to be in this energy even a little bit into the springtime because we have the first day of spring in just a couple weeks, and that new moon doesn't come until I think a week or so after the first day of spring. So this stuff is still going to be active for a little while, but it sure is getting warmer outside, and it sure is getting sunnier outside, and it sure is full of a lot of hope and inspiration. It's really delicious and beautiful out there. And the opposition who wants to take us back to the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, Capricorn, the authoritarian regimes where they thrive, like an Abbott, Holly Cruz, Don Julio. They really want to get us back there. They can't. We've totally broken apart from that. There's nothing they can do to get that back. Okay. Now, this lasts through 2021. And then stage 3, oh my gosh. We've done a lot of work of this already, but this is the USA Pluto return in February 2022. We have not talked a lot about that. We need to just keep this on the horizon because Pluto is really active. Pluto takes a while to let things die off completely, to regenerate and create new life. Just like you have an old plant that's takes a while to die away. There's nothing left of it. It needs to be removed. But the seed that it leaves behind for it to germinate, to root and grow and be nurtured and then flourish into something substantial, that takes time. That's a couple of growing seasons. So we are headed to that part. Pluto returns to its exact space in February 2022. I can't remember the exact date. But here's the thing. The USA Pluto is at 27 degrees Capricorn. I forget how many minutes. I think it's half, like 27 and a half. This is where Pluto was here when USA was born. Let me grab a chart. I put these away, and I'm like, I don't need these in here. I need them. So let's look at the Saturn-Pluto. This was the Saturn-Pluto chart of January 12th. And the ascendant is 1 degrees Taurus. So this is ruled by Venus. USA, her resources, her values, her self-worth, her incomes, her gains, her people. Crowning is Capricorn, the government. The Saturn-Pluto conjunction promised a change in our government that would be in the skies for everyone to see and the world would know it. Well, yeah, that was ongoing all year. So the moon was down here in the 5th house of the sun in Leo at 17 degrees Leo. The North Node, this is interesting to me, a change in power and structure and governments. The North Node was at 8 degrees Cancer in the 3rd house of communications. This is Donald's Mercury. So a change in our government and structure related to his Mercury, his ruling planet. And he got destroyed this year. He's trying to make a comeback, but I don't think so. So this is like the pattern that is set, I'd say, for another 7,000 years or so, give or take. But then what we saw over the summer, so many things related to human rights and civil rights, because these conflicts kept hitting the top and the bottom of the chart of Washington, D.C., 17 degrees Capricorn, 17 degrees Cancer. And it was like our civil rights era chart was there. Like all the people that we were lost were either related to this or to this. And I'm thinking, about Elijah. I'm thinking about John Lewis. I'm thinking about Ruth Bader Ginsburg, our wonderful leaders. I'm thinking about the death of KJU, because he came in square to this the day he had his surgery and he wasn't around anymore, supposedly. It's been very consequential. So this has been laid out. There's nothing to go back. Things have changed. Stage 2, the Saturn Jupiter conjunction, which is all this year. And you guys can feel how the pressure has been different. Saturn Jupiter, Aquarius rules the weather, freak weather, hello, record setting, low pressures, high pressures. Aquarius is the sign traditionally ruled by Saturn and Uranus. Uranus has to do with setting records. And that at Texas, and yes, I will get to the Texas chart. It had that Wuhan asteroid on top of it. I'm not buffering, am I? I just realized I hadn't checked a long time. But this 3rd stage, this Pluto, transformation, life and death, all this stuff about civil rights this past year. Now we have Aquarius, the sign of humanitarian efforts, our friends, our allies, being human, believing in science. And when Pluto hits February 2022, we're going to get hints along the way this year. And this is what I want you to pay attention to with the rest of this year. There's going to be things that come up for you that are going to be intense, that are going to be kind of like something breaks, something dies off, something might transform, and it might be a thing that you're like, no way, that can't happen. When you start seeing things enough, please be prepared. Please start looking at the big picture of whatever has your attention that might need changing. It could be within your physical body. I mean, Pluto rules tumors in the body. It rules, life and death. It rules the sex organs. Pluto needs a bunch of enzymes and raw materials. It is a mineral hog. It likes its vitamins and minerals because it goes through, it needs so many resources to do its job because it expends a ton of energy, because it has to transform. Pluto and Capricorn. Capricorn, those things that are established, those things with structure, those things that could be with your job or where you're going with the job. It's your Pluto in Capricorn. Capricorn is at the top of the chart, the CEO, where you're going, your social self. I can't see where Pluto is active in your chart, but it's in an earthy sign. It has to do with materials and resources. In Capricorn, that has to deal with your bones. So, you know what? If your bones are weak and brittle, get on that now, please, and persist and keep up with it, because if you're having some bone problems, knee problems, joints, it's going to be a difficult year. So you want to get that inflammation down. I love that Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is an icy planet. Saturn in Capricorn kicks off the winter. Its best medicine is ice. Ice is an anti-inflammatory. So ice will do magical things as part of a healing modality, in my humble opinion. I'm not a doctor, but these are the things that you have to personally tend to. And think about that as we're in this last week of this lunation, because then we're going to go into the sign of Pisces. Pisces is very healing. Pisces is the one that has been around with the entire zodiac, knows what everyone needs, how they feel, think, can heal the whole and make it brand new and hand it off to Aries to jump into a new growing season. So we want to get stuff in order before spring happens, because Aries season is in square to Pluto. Mars is orbiting in Gemini right now. So there's going to be a lot of activity around messages. Watch the signs, watch the messages. Take note. The thing, though, that concerns me is the thing that's in your blind spot, or maybe the thing that you kind of self-soothe or self-talk yourself into. It'll be okay, I'll get to it later, or I'm going to think about something else. I'm going to ignore that. Where you purposely put on the blinders. This has to be about taking off the blinders and getting a broader perspective. Even though this past administration has really forced us to be walking a narrow strip with the blinders on and not being distracted. Well, in some regards, we have to get the broader view for our own sake, for your futures, okay? So when I think, just a second. How you guys doing? Ooh, there's a message. I can't wait to check that message. Okay, so here's the thing. USA chart. Born July 4th. Here's Pluto. In the second house of income and gains. Values. When this country was founded, it very much favored the establishment, governance, rules, but especially favored the plutocrats, our modern GOP and their donors. Pluto right now is, oh, look at that. Pluto's at 27 degrees, 33 minutes. I said it was at like 27 and a half. So right now, Pluto is at like 26 degrees, Capricorn, 6 minutes. It is going to hang out at this 26 degree mark for a really long time because it's slowing down. I think it's going to retrograde. and it's going to retrograde a little bit, and I think it goes back to that can opener eclipse point of 24 degrees. But by the time it gets to 27 degrees 33 minutes, we'll be feeling that by like the holidays. But when it hits the tipping point of 27:33, it'll probably be there a couple days, but then it moves on in February. And I almost feel like, you know how that tidal wave that I was seeing with President Biden, that people are upset that there were not sanctions against, who was it? I can't even keep up with them anymore. Because who got the sanctions? I can't even remember. Oh, him. MB's, that guy. Well, because it's part of a bigger tidal wave of things that are getting sucked up by the current, and then this tidal wave, Biden tsunami, is going to crash, and all this stuff gets wiped out. Like, I wonder if it's related to this, because it is still drawing up things and people and evidence. I know Manchin is a pain in the ass holio. Yeah, he is. He keeps showing us. But when people like him keep showing us who they really are with evidence, it's like, dude, you're getting sucked up in the tidal wave right now. You sure you want to be part of that? Because the more that they do this, they add on to this giant thing that's going to crash. It's just more evidence of their betrayal and their violations of their oath. Now, the United States, we were born 1776. Pluto, favoring the plutocrats. And slavery. We're already coming back. Talking about civil rights. We have these guys trying to provoke immigration stuff again. This, I feel, is the thing that is going to have its reckoning. I love that we're already talking about equity, and there's a focus about equity with our government and resources and support for the people. I love that these words, this term, you're starting to hear it from other states. You're hearing it. You're just starting to hear it more and more as people pick it up. It's making its way into the consciousness and into the language. Equity. This is one of those demands. And I love, love, love that President Biden is a Scorpio, because he knows how to harness these energies really well. We need to focus on his well-being and his transformational life-giving powers, because I cannot even imagine the extraordinary stressors that are placed upon him with multiple emergencies. But he was made for this moment. He absolutely was. It's a lot to bear. So, Pluto, this takes a while. This is in February 2022. When it hits its point, I think I have Pluto going in and out of 27 Capricorn through 2023. And that is stage 3. And then Pluto goes into Aquarius like in 2025, but I am not going there. We got through this hell. We're modulating this, and we're going to prepare for this next year. Okay, so this is the big roadmap, you guys. It took a while to figure out, but this is where I'm planning to go with you all. Got it? Okay, let me check in with you guys. Grab something to drink. How are you guys doing? Oh, hi, Linda Fast is here. I'm happy to see you. Hi, AHT. Hi, TISHA. How is everyone? Hi, Joe G. Thank you. Pluto would make a good Airbnb. Probably. Okay, so Marie Sutton, we have time to work on that. I know you're scared. You need to just be in your space, being detached a little bit. This Aquarius energy lets us be a little bit detached from the fear, and being able to observe your fear, observe the thing, and not fight those energies, and just let them be. Like in meditation, you know, sometimes we get scared and we kind of like want to suppress feelings or push things down. No, this is about sitting in the holy open space where you're safe and you're comfortable, you're hydrated, and just releasing and giving up that need to control where that scary feeling is, and let it just rise. And it's really interesting because as you just kind of watch your emotions, and then you just say thank you the whole time. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. Then eventually it has nowhere to go and it dissolves. Now, that also depends on the level of fears that you have. I mean, if you're talking about a chronic thing of decades, that takes longer to release. But you can do that in baby steps. And you can do it without overwhelming the system and getting totally out of balance. Like you got to whip this thing into shape. No, it's just as much as we can handle and just come back later is all. That is all. Easy. Easy with ease. And with care and with love. Okay? Hi, Donalyn. Thank you. Okay, so okay. They are reunited. Yes, I'm so happy. 115. Oh, they're finding the kids. Yeah. Okay, there are some things that happened this week that I wanted to catch up on. Because that was a crazy teroscope, you guys, from that full moon. I thought I was going to lose my mind with all this stuff all over the place. So where are my Mercury? Where are my things? Mercury, I want to be friends with you. Be friends with me now, please. Okay. Oh my gosh, this crazy thing. I ended up having to make 2 charts because I knew Don Holio was up to no good. So I had one over Washington, D.C., and then I had one over Mar-a-Lago. And it was just crazy how they would line up. Like this one was over Washington, D.C. Remember, we had the Yad, the Destiny. Well, hello. This was the area of law enforcement. This is the area of justice, lands far away, and extremists. Extreme philosophies lead to extremists. So, like, did anything happen this past week related to law enforcement? Maybe the Justice Department, maybe information we found out about fanatical extremists in Washington, D.C.? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Linda. Oh, yes, I found a gluten-free beer that I absolutely really like. Thank you so much, my dear. So when this happened, I said the moon was 8 degrees Virgo in this area of shared resources like taxes and money, values, could be your extremist values, and values in terms of if you like to suppress things or obstruct things or pay people off to do a job. Those are Venusian type of things because these are shared resources. But the asteroid, I think it was George Washington, our first president, was there, and he got into the mix saying, okay, let's presidential what? And then he traveled with the moon over into this 9th house and stayed there Monday, Tuesday. Things were circulating and did a tour over there. that was very consequential and related to destiny. And what did we find out as the moon, all this news spilled over starting on Wednesday during that hearing Amy Klobuchar was chairing with the riots? That our National Guard could have been there in 18 minutes. Are you kidding me? Well, that's some news. The decisions that were made. We found out about dark money groups funding this stuff. I haven't even gotten through Eric Garland's podcast. So mind-blowing because he talks about, oh my gosh, he talks about so much on this one. I had to turn him off in the car because my mind was exploding. But it was everything I've been waiting to hear about in relation to this. Oh, they talked about Missouri and St. Louis and the Republican Attorneys General's Association, how the St. Louis Attorney General is part of that, and how they funded the insurrection, and how nothing is getting done in St. Louis there because I guess it's exploded in Missouri. Everybody knows what's happened. But their Attorney General on taxpayer dime arranged this thing with federal or state monies to have an insurrection. And remember, Eric Greitens was that original governor, but then he had to resign within months or weeks because his scandal with some lady, okay, I'm not even going there. He raised $30 million of dark money. He's friends with Eric Prince and Dana Rohrabacher. So that was a big, huge thing. I had to turn off because it was crazy, but it explains everything going on there. And then they were talking about that clip of that undercover video of Dana Rohrabacher and Chuck Johnson at the Ecuadorian, am I buffering yet? At the Ecuadorian embassy telling Assange, he will give you a pardon if you create a bunch of propaganda to make this whole Russia interference thing to go away. That was that Spanish video I saw. I was looking for more sources, but then they went and actually talked about it. I didn't get to get to that part yet. And then there's a third big, huge thing. I don't know when I'll be able, but Eric Garland, his podcast, Game Theory, I think it's the 5th one this year. Mind-blowing. And it was like everything related to like what he was talking about spilled over here. Then today, so in this area of the chart, these are your friends and your allies, your hopes, your wishes. We had the 12th house escape here. Well, to secrets. This is not wanted to be known. The 2 of Swords is kind of like, I don't want to say sanctioned, but you're charged, you're arrested, we have to pick between 2 bad things and you're it. Right when the moon got to this 12th house cusp here is when the news came out about Derek Chauvin. Nuts. But, okay, so there were just a couple things I absolutely wanted. Oh, that's his tax return. The tax returns to the DA. Okay, so this is what I got today. So this is what's going on with Abbott, Trump, Kamala, and our White House officials that are going to the border. It all relates. I finally got to check in. This is what I got. So Jen Psaki, love her press conferences. I only got to see this very little part about how there's this journalist, and I've heard this person ask questions before, and I have decided I don't like them. So I started throwing teroscopes because Jen had that line she said today about how it doesn't matter what Trump says. We don't consult him or White House counsel, and just kind of put them in their place. And this teroscope was, what does she think about this journalist asking these questions? So these 2 red lines are related to that journalist asking, who said, many Americans are saying, what? Many Americans are saying what? She's like, what are you talking about? And she's like, well, you don't like to talk about him, but what Donald Trump said about immigration. And it's like, okay. And then she put him in place. But then when I heard the questions that this journalist was asking about immigration, I'm like, that's what Abbott just said earlier this week, out of the blue, blaming Biden for stuff with immigration. I'm like, okay, so that, number one, was the setup, because George Abbott going there, or Greg Abbott, what's his name? Abbott. Going there under these circumstances, and I believe I did a reading about how he identified himself was with a tower moment. He wanted this. So I was like, why is Donald mirroring what Abbott is saying? Why? What are they in pursuit of here? And it was because they're trying to put an end to, okay, so they, I think, see the Biden administration and the Dems reclaiming power as the coup. It's like the reverse coup, the emperor reversed. But it's their plan that they're putting together. They got together to talk about, put out some BS out there, not only to steal the narrative, but this journalist then was pushing more about the Governor Cuomo accusers. Why is that? And then that journalist went after Kamala. This journalist, I think, was getting the directive from Donald. He talked about it with Abbott, what we're going to do to steal the narrative for 2022, and how can we start making this administration look terrible and not successful, and we have to go after Kamala because she's too powerful. And then Jen Psaki was confirmed that there were people from the White House, officials, who were going to the border, Mexico, regarding the influx of immigrants. And I was like, what? So I did a ton of clarifiers on these things, and basically why they're going down there, they're looking at the provocations on the ground and who is triggering it. This involves social media and the narrative coming from the Russia and other countries. So that, in my opinion, was what I was getting today about why they were going, and then they were going to report back to Biden. So then I'm like, well, what does Mexico think about that? Because their governor used to be on the board of something with Putin. He's worked for Putin. And so Mexico, this was really revealing. What were their concerns by the Mexican officials about the White House visiting? They were like, can we stop them? Because I'm in a very difficult situation now with Russia, and Russia being jealous and having to play both sides. This is really putting Mexico in a difficult situation. They're hoping that Russia will be okay. They're trying to find ways to get out of this. But by granting clemency or easing the nightmare here, it puts them in a very difficult position now with Russia and families there. Remember, that's how Donald announced his candidacy, was blaming Mexico. So he and Jared, I think, spun some little deal, because notice how he never blamed Mexico again. And then Mexico was doing everything they wanted at the border when there were visits at the border. And then before Donald left, where did he go? He went to the border, met Abbott down there as well. And there was a whistleblower a month or two prior at the border who said that the Trump administration was using Mexican workers that came up through tunnels to do the security detail at the border. And they were letting certain people and things to cross the border. I don't know where we are with that whistleblower complaint, but this is an ongoing thing. Donald and Abbott are terrified. Their energy is so terrifying. And I feel like Abbott's energy that he carries with him when he was paralyzed. I mean, he is literally this aspect that he has, that sudden tragedies strike and paralyzed him. It's playing out in Texas. His energies suddenly strike, a response from the environment, paralyzing, destroying Texas. I don't know if you know the story behind Governor Abbott, but I think it was in the 70s or 80s. He was studying for the bar exam, left to go for a run, out running, and a tree split and fell on top of him. He was knocked out, but it severed his spine and it lacerated his organs. And when I started looking at the charts, because it's like, how does that happen so quickly like that? And how do you recover? Well, he's a Scorpio, so he survived, he regenerated, he still continued with his goals. But I just remember there was something about those aspects that were kind of, I don't want to say activated, but had the potential to play out again. And I feel like that's what he's going through as a governor with the people of Texas. It's crazy. So how are you doing? Oh, thank you so much, Gigi Pardo Lord. Thank you so much. So keep an eye on that, because this stuff that's trickling in, it is trickling in to spoil Democrats who are in leadership positions, and then their failings, true or not, then to spread. Well, what about Kamala? She said when Al Franken resigned, this about women, this and that about women. Where is she now? Why isn't she saying anything? And Jen Psaki was like, I'm speaking on her behalf, and just left it right there. But I don't know who this journalist is, but to see this conversation evolve, it was gross. They did that one other time. I have no idea who it is, but I know that voice now. That was over DC. Was there anybody else I wanted to... Holly fears. Josh Holly is afraid. Oh, Minution. So you guys, or Mansion. Minution Mansion. I thought they were the same person. So I just want to check in with him, doing what he does. Him about Nira. Yeah. But holding up the COVID bill, are you kidding me? Putting a pause on that? The most remarkable thing I got, look at this. The 7th house of partners, your allies or your open adversaries. You guys, I use the yes, no cards. I had a yes card plus a no card, meaning he's the point person. When you get a yes card with a card, that means you're the point person. This is your invention. You're responsible. When you get a no card, you're the person who has to dispose of it. But when you get the yes, no card, you're the one responsible for the cover up. So he's got a partnership. The reason why he put things on pause with the COVID bill, with the freaking Queen of Wands. Queens are nations. The Queen of Wands, that is Russia Putin. Like he had to get clearance to cover something up. In the first house, who he is, Ace of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, that is such a power move that he is going to force everyone to straddle this pinpoint and devil, create this hardship on purpose. Because the 10th house was crowning him stability and hanging on no matter what. Turd. So annoyed. Oh my goodness, thank you. Thank you very much. For entertainment purposes only. I think that's entertaining. Oh, I caught the first part of Maddow. She was talking about that lady Amy who, way to turn lemons of COVID into lemonade. She decided to help out with the insurrection while she was sick to identify people. So she watched every single video in Parlor. I don't think I could do that. To ID that guy with the Florida flag jacket, Robert Palmer. And Rachel Maddow's like, why is the FBI not doing anything? Well, I'll tell you why. Robert Palmer, who are you with all of this? Basically, why the FBI, he has the Eight of Swords reversed in the second house of gains. That's clemency. Well, what? First house, star reversed. That's Donald's insurrection. So he's got clemency from that. The Five of Cups reversed. That is, you know, healing. Getting over this depressing thing. The fourth house of defense is the sun. Like, someone bright and sunny is protecting him. 10 cups. Ninth house, lands far away. No, justice. He has a Knight of Cups, so someone's got an offer. There's been offers on him. But he's a MAGA, and the Rusher likes him. That's how he's getting away with it. Why is FBI ignoring this? King of Cups reversed. On the ascendant, reversing the orders, the King of Cups. In the first house of who he is, he's part of the Six of Wands. He's part of the people. The Six of Wands about him. His defense is yes, he's a appointed person. So there's that yes card again. The yes means you're the contact person. The Ten of Wands. The burden of breaching the Capitol. He was a major point person. The indicted fool in the fifth house is why the FBI is ignoring it. Because in the sixth house of public servants, there you go. There's the Empress. There's some more Rusher. Seventh house partners, why are they ignoring him? Six Pentacles, payouts, bribes. Eighth house, shared resources, Three of Wands, because someone said so overseas. That's, oh, Knight of Pentacles, that's the secret. A mercenary payment. That's why they're ignoring him. This is the office itself and why people are turning over so much. There's a lot of manipulation and crap going on. I did the insurrection and then I did the status of the January 6th. What, did anything stand out here? I just remember while I was doing this, it looked bad, but it seemed like they were in a process of transition, trying to get their footing and get things straight. But it's a mess. But I also felt like they wouldn't leave this unturned. So that I wanted to show you. How are you guys doing? Yep. Nine of Cups, something's up, Dream Maker. This was over Mar-a-Lago. I have Libya, Navalny, and Khashoggi there. Semyon. Oh, this was the whole Donald setup regarding Cuomo. So that's that. So let's look at this. Let's look at this third quarter moon. Put this away. Get some more water. I wanted to throw cards on that, Eric. Right? Oh, God. So many I wanted to. Okay, that's the third quarter moon. Put this to the side. Erase this. So there is the horoscope right there. Erase this. Clean this off. There. So I didn't get to look at this chart as much as I wanted to for obvious reasons. This crazy week. Let me grab a highlighter. So this chart is interesting. So last week we only had the moon over here in the skies above DC. That there would be a lot of earth-shattering thing, but we would be doing a lot of speculating. We wouldn't be so certain about what was really going on. Okay, let me finish. I don't want to get distracted just yet. Okay. Oh. So here we have the sun, which represents the present, in the 5th house of the sun. He's got Venus nearby. It's exalted there. It's also combust. And we have Neptune. I like Neptune with President Biden because it's the good Neptune. It's the healing kind, the inspiring kind, the kind that asks you to use your imagination. He's got a lot of magnetism here and healing qualities. And he's going to have people be in conflict with him with the red. But it has a nice angle here, a sextile to Uranus. So something innovative coming up with the people, maybe a new program or a plan. And this Neptune sun, it has a nice sextile over here to Pluto. So it's got grit, it's got power. It's solid and strong, but there's going to be a lot of garbage going on trying to throw them off balance. They can't. On the ascendant over here, I'm afraid I'm going to set that on fire. The ascendant over here, we have 15 Libra. Libra has to do with justice. When Donald would have this on the ascendant, he would be exploiting justice or doing crap that was super unfair and anti-democratic. He was democratic. He's such an ass. In Washington, D.C., we're going to see more about equity and fairness. What is crowning Washington, D.C.? This is, okay, at the top and the bottom of the chart, 18 Cancer, oh man, and 18 Capricorn. Remember, this is going to hit the Saturn Jupiter, the Saturn Pluto conjunction that I was talking about of January 12th, the change in structure of governments, because those points were reversed at 17 Capricorn and 17 Cancer. It's now at 18 degrees. 18 degrees with Donald this whole past year or two keeps showing up with him. And that's where I think that's the midpoint, 18 degrees of his Mars and his Pluto. Those are here in his area of secrets. That's where he's militant and obsessive and aggressive and creepy, gross, just hoarding, thinks he's all the grossest stuff. We see too much of it. Well, there's more where it spawns from. That 18 degrees Leo is like the midpoint of it. So we have this 18 marker active at the top of the chart. It is active. Oh, Mercury. Hello. Okay, I like you, Mercury in Aquarius. Mercury, his ruler is at 18 degrees Aquarius, exactly opposite of his obsessive power stuff. So he cannot get his grubby hands over something, contracts or people or kids. He cannot manipulate whatever is coming at him because, bro, there is Jupiter right there as well. And the law. And holy crap, we have Saturn at 9 degrees. At his Pluto is 10 degrees Leo. His Pluto is like 10 Leo is like what devastated the capital. Saturn, authority, is here. Oh, man. Thank you, Sky. Thank you so much. So he's got a boatload of tension going on, and this is in Washington, D.C., in the 4th house, and the government is going to defend it at all costs because look at there's good old Capricorn, the government. Now, holy shit. So look at you guys, this is not good for him at all. Because the bottom of the chart, the gravitational pull of this chart, what's happening underneath the feet in Washington, D.C., this is like if you're at home and you're going to have a burst pipe, it's because you had an aspect happening under your feet. That's the power of the lower heaven. We have this quarter moon, this third quarter moons are crisis points. The moon is in Sagittarius. Sagittarius rules law enforcement, extreme ideals, and lands far away. The third house has to do with things that are localized, not far away, but like your neighborhood. It has to do with kids, siblings, families. So all of that, this feels more like the law to me. With Mercury, the bottom of the chart in authoritative Capricorn is the fulcrum, the balancing point between the law. You guys, something with his kids. He's got some big old secrets that are coming out. This is what sets and we have Libra here with Venus and money and the law. He's so screwed. I know I say this all the time, but it's just, it keeps chipping away and chipping it away. I haven't even gotten up there yet. But this is like what this is all, this is the balance point of Washington, D.C. with this. And so this moon is going to spend another day and a half or so. Oh, shit. Saturday in this third house. No, about a day and a half. Okay, so this is like Saturday, Sunday. Things are going to start trickling in by Monday. And by like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, boom, 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 boom. Because that moon, oh man. Oh my God. If this were in the tropics, I would be very concerned about a really devastating hurricane or something like that. But he's not in the tropics. But, oh, here's the wound. The wound up here now is in the 6th house of military. Public servants. These assholios are going to get sucked in. Something shocking happening, but this is what I have my eyes on. Mars in Gemini, in the 8th house of shared resources. This is where things get going. Things are put into place. Gemini, digital documents, communications, the air element, Bitcoin, digital this. The other thing Eric Garland was going to talk about is how the Paradise Papers in Panama, I don't know if it's Panama, the country, or if it's a different country. Maybe this is when this comes out for us to see. They are starting to publish by law the names of all the dark monies or corporations that are there because they have to comply with, or is it Cyprus? I think that might be part of it because there's a lot of action, energy, aggression to go after documents, like things get released, movement. Hi. Well, thank you so much, Marie. I appreciate that so much. So, and this is shared resources. So Mars rules Aries. So it's going, also rules the 2nd house of income and gain over Washington. So this is our money. Someone stole stuff from home. Oh man. Okay. So this is what we're heading into in our last week of this lunation. And then with all this crap comes out, take note. Write stuff down that gets your attention because you're going to want to address that with the new moon in Pisces, okay, which is pretty close, which will be about a week before the first day of spring. And you are going to want a peaceful spring because this thing is going to get rocking. Okay. Hello, Nancy Lee. We love YT. Oh, no. What is it doing? Okay. I need to change I'm going to change my quality because I'm so blurry. I'm changing the quality setting to that's much better. Oh, why is Sheldon Whitehouse coming on? Because he knows what's going on. Oh, AHT, I'm sorry you had an ice storm, lost power and water too. I thought you were on the West Coast. Taking down the trees that fell on your roof. It's been a tough month. AHT, this is ahead of that Pluto return, my dear. Hi, Nancy Sam. Good evening. Okay. Okay. Oh, yes, please like. I'm going to like too. Okay, so thank you, Tisha. New moon in Pisces on March 13th. Yes, it was Oregon. Oh, you know what? That must be that media bias that doesn't like to talk about Oregon except when there's anarchists. Okay. I need to talk about Oregon, Seattle. I'm sorry. This is relevant because Rachel Maddow's book, Blowout, has to do with the gas and petroleum industry. I have it on audio. It's a really good listen. She basically is explaining the whole history of the petroleum industry and how we got to where we are now. I have no idea how this book is going to end. I think I'm halfway through. I'm like on chapter 16. You know, she talks about, Texas discovering oil. She talks about the guy in Oklahoma who has discovered all the natural gas reserves. So they're talking a lot about natural gas. And then they are talking about the Cold War with the Russia in the 80s. And now they're talking about the Arctic, which I'm like, what? I have two big whats. I got to write it down because I am going to forget it. So Arctic Circle. And then the Arctic, ice, and Seattle. Okay. So, and then she talks a lot about what's the guy from Rexon, Rex Tillerson. He's in there a lot, and about how Exxon was working with the Russia in the 2010s, plus or take, how that relationship all evolved. And then Russia discovered, I don't know when, but Exxon was already an available partner and they were helping each other out because Rexon wanted to score the biggest deal ever with Rosneft. And it got to a point, though, there's a little bit of a gap here for me, so I'm sorry if this is not correct. But how the Arctic Circle for Russia has the largest untapped reserves of natural gas. And now Texas. So this is like in the 2000s. Now Texas has been doing the natural gas thing for decades and decades, their own energy grid. We all know. In their chart, very close to, I think, their sun and moon, we have the asteroids Russia and Cuba. So just stick a pin in that somewhere. Some other time, it's important. But so Russia has the largest land area and trading routes up in the Arctic. And they went to town like in the 80s or so, 90s, and decided they were going to create the best ice cutters on the planet. And they can cut through, I want to say like 8 feet of ice with these rigs at 10 knots. I don't know how fast that is, but that sounds really, really amazing. And they have a fleet of these ships that can cut through the ice. But then Rachel Maddow is saying, but here's the thing, it's gotten easier for them with climate change because the ice is melting. And I was like, oh my gosh, I knew it. I knew that's why our GOP is so, they like climate change. They want all that ice to melt so that they can tap that with Russia. And how do I know that? Because, well, these are the dots I connect. Because back in 2016, at the beginning of this administration, you go through all the bills that were introduced, and there were all these weird bills, like for an ambassador to the Arctic Circle, for this in the Arctic Circle. I'm like, what the hell is going on in the Arctic Circle? Are we talking about gas? That was introduced by the GOP. And then when Richard Burr got in trouble, one of the times, with his finances, he was all invested in all these new gas technologies that had to do with servicing rigs in ice. So like when these things break down, if they break down in the ice, you have these little platform like things that, like if you go get your car fixed, it would be like that, but it floats there and it can go, and it has all the rig machinery to repair on the spot so that ice cutting machine boats can do their job. I'm like, holy crap, do you know how long that's been going on? So then she starts talking about the United States, how pathetic the United States is when it comes to technology for cutting ice to access our stuff in the Arctic. We only have 2 ships that were built in the 70s. The one has been working for over 30 years. It has long outlived its life expectancy. 5 of the 6 engines have failed. It doesn't work. And the second one is in port somewhere in Seattle. And with our bloated military budgets, our technology and gas, we could not invest 1 dime into making new ice cutting boats to tap our stuff. Who the hell in Seattle, this was my question, I don't have an answer, but who the hell in Seattle is suppressing our ice Arctic exploration of gases? Oh, ding, ding, ding. Hello, Lisa Murkowski. Oh my gosh. Has it been suppressed that long, waiting for Donald to get in so that they could drill in the Arctic? Now, believe me, I don't want to be drilling up there in the Arctic at all, but I just cannot believe that when we have a Cold War, the nuclear arms race, the this, the that, the this, the that, the United States of America gets shut down in ice cutting technology to access our own personal domestic resources. So we still have to go to the Russia for something, and now we're going to invest in fixing their boats up there? Are you kidding me? So that's all I wanted to say about that, because I know that is going to be a big thing. So I'm sorry I don't have an end to that story, and I'm still babbling away. How are you guys doing? It says you guys. You guys, I'm going to drink. Where's my water? I don't know why I say you guys all the time, but it's just something I've always done. It is so funny you picked up on that, TISHA. Okay, let's draw this bad boy out. I've been talking so much. Here it is. Okay, I need this. I need this. Here we go. Put that over a little bit. Okay. Sagittarius, that would be lands far away. So lands far away, this is the real estate for the rusher. But we've got the rusher and all those comms locally. What's that about? I need my... Okay. So, those of you who are new, welcome. It's only taken me an hour and a half to greet you. I'm glad that you're here. So I do tarot cards and astrology and a bit differently. I was trained in astrology before the tarot. And then the tarot put the whole story together that I intuitively could see but was totally blind to. So I take the lunation, I spread our astrology cards so we can figure out what the heck is going to happen. After I do this one on my own, I'm going to do one over Mar-a-Lago because this stuff all involves that guy. So we'll just put these around. Oh, there are some critical points going on here. What were they? We need to find out where this Wuhan asteroid is. This warring asteroid. Wuhan is very close. It's in the neighborhood. It is... Where is it? No. I think it's like 19 degrees. Okay, Mercury, where's my stuff? Let's be nice. Where's my stuff, Mercury? Ah, here it is. Oh, here. Oh, Holly's got some good asteroids again. I love the stories. Oh, I remember I mentioned 18 degrees is a Donald degree. Well, here at 18 degrees Aries, the warrior, this area, we the people, 18 degrees Aries is the asteroid Moscow. I'm telling you, there is Russian news coming up. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this makes me nervous. What, right here? Ah, God, I want to find out where this... This Wuhan asteroid, I would be nice if I was calling it a bitch. It's such a destructive asteroid. Think World War II in Pearl Harbor, 1918 Spanish flu, 9/11, and what happened in Texas. This asteroid is always prominent there. In this chart, it is 19 degrees. Oh, it is 19 degrees Pisces. 1 degree away from Neptune. This asteroid moves about a degree a day. So this is going to be active over the weekend. Neptune has to do with bodies of water. Our oceans, you know, that boundless water. It also has to do with oil. It has to do with toxins. So I am hoping there's not a big polluted thing that happens. And 4 days from now, the sun, which represents the president, Biden, is going to conjoin that point with Neptune. So is he going to... When is that? What day is today? 4th, 5th. So like on the 9th or 10th, like Monday, Tuesday, there's going to be some news. And then I don't know if Venus will pass, but Venus is going to be right there as well. This is a big, big old hot mess, you guys. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, hi. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you matter to me. You're here. I know you don't get to be here all the time. Thank you so much. Okay. So, oh, God. Okay. So, astrology. I want to sit down. Astrology cards. What are we doing here? Oh, and we're in eclipse click points, by the way. We're in eclipse weather this whole time. I believe we had an eclipse at 15 Gemini Sag. Did we? Oh, God, you guys. It's you know, hang on. It's eclipse weather. When the sun hits 23 Pisces, that's in about 8 days. I think that might be the new moon, is an eclipse click of the solar eclipse of us getting rid of Donald. Oh my God, that new moon Sag. Oh man, you know this is big time. Okay, cut the deck. First house. Secrets. Over DC. North Node is there. Speaking of eclipse weather, the North Node is there. God, I hope we get something about from law enforcement and the Justice Department. Shared resources. We the people. Partners, 6th house, public servants. Military. 5th house of the sun. Biden. 5th house of the sun, Biden. Thank you. 4th house defenses. Third house communications. You guys, the only planets that are above the horizon in this chart that we can see, this happened at night, are Mars and Uranus. These two together are explosions. It's revolutionary. It's uprisings. Again, all these things we cannot see beneath the horizon like what people are doing. But boy, are we going to feel it, see it. Man. This. Is this it? This is Mar-a-Lago. Yeah. There it is. It was not in... Okay, so last week, the full moon, Donald over Mar-a-Lago in the house, 6th house of public servants, day-to-day, military, mercenaries, healthcare. He had the 11th house of friends reverse over here. And there was a yod pointing to a friend. I think this might have been like sanctions on the Russia, that news that came out regarding Navalny and others, and maybe tax return stuff. So that's in the 6th house here. This week, whatever he was working on then is rearing its head. The ascendant, the rising sign, the thing that is literally giving life, the thing that's birthing this chart, our 11th house friends, enemies, reversed. This is related to Donald. Holy sh! Okay, Donald is such a spotlight hog. We just had that black moon Lilith, did we not? Where is it? Sacrifice moonlight. We just had that. It's not here. It must have... I'll look. I thought that this black moon Lilith mystery, these things are the ascendant. This is Donald's deepest pain. Oh, this is what was crowning the insurrection on January 6th. So this is probably insurrection news and maybe like a gross, whiny Roger Stone type. He's not a public servant, but he is that shadow government. I need a good pen. Okay. So we have the 11th house, reversed, black moon Lilith. A deep, deep pain, a wound. Oh, thank you. You already did that. You don't have to do it twice. 11th house friends. So this goes to here. And then the black moon Lilith, that is right over in here somewhere. I don't know. It's over here in Taurus. So a partner or a friend that turns on you with sudden shocking force. A news, Gemini is the sign of news and media. What's happening? Okay, the first house, identity. Washington, D.C. We have Leo, I will. Okay, so I like it when Biden has this because he gets poop done. Yes, I will. The secret, Washington, D.C., we have, that is Donald's. He sold his soul. And sold our soul to China and others. Secret. Hidden enemy. Jupiter return reversed. Benefits. It didn't quite work out then. We just saw this. Where was this? Jupiter benefits? Or was that over Jupiter? No. Okay, so that must have been on the insurrection chart. The insurrection didn't quite work out the way he thought. The 11th house friends, the ascendant giving life to this chart is something going down with friends, not going, oh my goodness, thank you. Aja, Aha, AJ, Kane. Please let me know how to say your name properly. Thank you. So the 11th house, you guys, friends, Donald had a falling out with a friend. I told you this is solar eclipse weather. And, okay, time to get your eclipse pants on, you guys. It's going to be rocking. In fact, when I looked at this chart earlier today, just looking at it, I could just feel things bubbling up through it. So the 10th house, what's crowning Washington, D.C.? Taurus, I have. That was just... Oh, so it's a continuation. This... So everything at the full moon in Mar-a-Lago, I have this. I own this and that. Guess what? It's coming to roost in Washington, D.C. Taurus, I have. Again, that's Venus. Venus is conjunct the sun. It is, even though it's exalted, it's combust, meaning I like to think of where they've kind of had things sealed off with the protection of Venus. She's kind of combust and those seals are coming loose. Things are slipping out. So this is the 9th house, lands far away. This moon is in Sagittarius. What is this moon about? With the north node. Oh my gosh, the past is coming back. The past, through lands far away, the past, maybe from past cases, hopefully, maybe there were ones that were hidden off. Maybe we get to find out about them. Maybe old cases that were deactivated are reactivated over. You guys, he's so screwed. I have too many papers. In Mar-a-Lago, this card was down here. What he is trying to defend. But now it's up here in our Justice Department in the area of law. So Donald was busy last week. We couldn't see it, but he was. Okay, this 8th house, shared resources, life, death, taxes. They have the comms. They are talking furiously. Thank you so much. So we've got Mars here. Mars, the aggressor, the warrior. We've got communications. There is an impetus, an aggression, forward energies that is going to act really, really quickly to get the comms that are needed for this north node in our area of law enforcement. Damn. Where else did we have these? So this in so in this area, air comms. In DC, shared resources, at the full moon, Don Julio had this at his secret with the Queen of Swords. So that could be hacking. It could be KY Jelly, you know, KJU's sister. I don't know her name. And the courts. I wonder if that might also be related to the thing going on with Governor Cuomo, because he is working really hard to get him. Okay, so this area, 7th house, partners, open adversaries. We have the truth, Saturn, and the truth. So in Washington, D.C., That was down here last time. Oh my gosh, my papers are everywhere. Nope. What, don't you remember seeing that? The Saturn, he was, what am I looking? Yes. So last week, remember all the planets were beneath the horizon. I was like, we don't know what's going on, but things are happening. So this at the full moon was down here. Our government defending the truth, having the truth come out. That was down here. Well, now it has shifted into the skies, actually in partnerships and pain, the truth coming out. And there's that asteroid Moscow. 6th house, public servants. We have Neptune right on the cusp. Like I said, when planets are in cusp, it's like it has access to the whole chart because it opens up all the doors for me. Void, of course, moon, missing. So what happens when the moon is void, of course? So, so when the moon is void, of course, missing, this means there is something being staged. There's some trickery going on. It could be an attack of sorts, but it's almost like they don't have a plan completely finished. They're waiting for like one last piece to get something going. And this is the area of public servants, military, day-to-day operations, healthcare, doctors. But it seems to me when they do this, usually they get busted or they're really sloppy. Like this was prominent with the Nashville thing. This card is beneath the horizon again, so we don't know. We just know there's a big pain happening with our public servants. God, I hope someone stands up. The 5th house of the sun. Oh, POTUS. 1st house of the body. Here, that shows up again. This makes me nervous because I just want him to be well and protected. This is a physical body. And is this Khashoggi? Is this following up from stuff with Khashoggi? Maybe more. We might be, or Navalny, or it has, there's that whole thing. There's hostages in Iran. Do you guys know that? There's American hostages being held there and other countries. Like that thing totally missed the news a couple of weeks ago. Like that's what this makes me think of. And there's that Wuhan asteroid that's so destructive. I don't know. 4th house, USA, defenses. What's going on? Oh. This should say, I don't believe. Okay, Pisces, I believe. This would show up with Don Julio, like with the Nashville Christmas thing, or like he believes someone's going to bail him out with like maybe another distraction, or make things not look so bad because of a false equivalency. And this is when stuff always works out for Donald. It's like he always gets the timing. He believes this person's going to come through with him. I don't believe that's going to work out for you, Donald. Here in DC, we defend against bullshittery. Oh my gosh, I wonder how much of this stuff gets exposed. Pisces, holy crap, you guys. So Pisces, the modern ruler is Neptune here, opening up the whole chart. Its traditional ruler is Jupiter. That's right here in Aquarius. And the moon, Jupiter, basically is driving this lunation. This is a poop ton of information, you guys. Oh my God. Okay, so 3rd house, communication, siblings, neighborhoods, kids, comms, contracts, grand trine blessings. Okay. So we're going to be blessed. This moon is going to be blessing us here. It's here right now. That just makes me happy. Here we have some trines here. Maybe it's this. or trine from the ascendant. We'll see. Second house, income gains values. Someone's got to pony up. Someone's got to pay. So South Node debts. Scorpio is a money sign. Scorpio rules this house over here where Mars is. And Mars is Scorpio's ruler. So it's going to get juice. South Node life's debts. Someone has to pay up. This is money news. Did we have the South Node somewhere? The South Node right now is... Oh my God. Hello. You guys. Okay. I gotta get my brain back into my head. I need a blue highlighter. Shit. The North Node is 15 degrees, 22 Gemini. This moon is conjunct the South Node. We're in eclipse energy. The South Node is what you're releasing. We are releasing this BS that whatever this moon touches, coming under by Monday in the next couple. That's the shit we're releasing. We're getting rid of. You guys take your fiber this week because you're gonna want to poop when the urge comes, because it is gonna hit everybody with whatever's going on here. Conjunct the South Node. Well, I didn't see that coming. So this feels like taking out the trash, because Pisces is about healing. Pisces is a super gentle cleansing sign. We're squaring that new moon solar eclipse when that was 23 degrees Sagittarius. And you know which one I'm talking about. It's the releasing of a solar figure. And like the next day, Bill Barr left because he was releasing his solar figure, releasing his leader. Holy, you guys, this is it. There is, wow. I'm a bit speechless. I know I say that every week, but this just leveled up that much more. I need some water. Let me check in with you guys. Hi, drink. Oh my God, you guys are hilarious. Oh my gosh, Nancy Lee, that's right. Did you share this earlier about Khashoggi is cousin to Dodi Al-Fayed, Diana's boyfriend? Eric Garland was talking about, I think that's why the whole thing might be going on against Meghan Markle. They're launching an investigation to her being mean. Well, okay. They could probably launch investigations to every American because we don't really follow on the whole manners like they do and being proper. But I also feel like that's kind of maybe a garbage excuse, because Eric Garland went on a whole rant this week about how after Diana passed away, you can bet that Harry went through all the information trying to figure out who was responsible for her death. And he came across all the things related to trafficking and all the things related. And so basically, that's why they kind of want to escape, because they found out all the crap and the crap is coming out. So this investigation into Meghan Markle is probably a smear. It might not be. They should look into it. But I don't recall her having a history of being, an assholio. She was never in the tabloids for that. Something this has been happening. I don't know. Kind of seems to be a thing with people who are in trouble. Yeah, so I only got to glance at that thread briefly. I was going to add them to my Teroscope. I was like, I didn't have time to write it down. I just remembered reading about that. So that I think is why they want their privacy. Okay. Let's do some tarot cards, you guys. Oh my God. What? Yeah, yes, Edwina. Yes, they mentioned Maxwell G-string. Yes. There's a lot there. Okay. And didn't Harry grow up to be so handsome? You know, and then why is it then, I mean, didn't Harry and, what's his name? The older brother who's going to be king, didn't they have some huge falling out, like legit, that there's a lot of tension there? I could see there being tension then if Harry's like, I'm done. I'm not dealing with this crap and these people. If you want to, go ahead, but I'm going to have nothing to do with it. I know that Harry struggled a lot with the depression, and you know, rightfully so. I mean, just courage to them. Courage to them. Okay, so let's go here. Let's go to the Aquarian Tarot. Queen of Pentacles. Queens are nations. Pentacles are money, things of value. Man, oh man. William, thank you. Yes. William. Okay, so I gotta shuffle. Okay, so I will maybe I'll add, I would love to add Meghan and Harry, but that is just so much. There's something there because they have been in the news way too long, and you know the news only covers stuff on multiple channels across multiple days if they're trying to make a point and distract or deflect, or you know, someone's gotta be the fall guy. You know what I mean? That's why I don't trust the media when they all are reporting the same thing. Because it's like, okay, someone paid to get this story here. I am really liking that channel Bloomberg, and I am liking Shepard Smith on CNBC. His news. Okay. Can I go tarot? Yep, there's one more that has... Something has to be... What has to be reversed? Oh. Okay, cut the deck. Okay, tarot, are we ready? First house, Leo, I will. The secret about the moon and solve the hidden enemy with reverse Jupiter. Solar eclipse. It's crowning busy. I have Saturn return. You got Truth. I am so glad there's no Neptune sacrifice cards. Whew. I wonder if that card came up because it had to do with Khashoggi and all of them. Or maybe that's what we're going to find out about. No, I think it was finding out about the deaths related to the Capitol. Third house. Ooh. Okay, well, leave them there then. There's 3 cards. Okay. Card of the reading. On the ascendant, giving us life is, ooh, somebody's a little weak. A little limp. Oh, the 9 of Swords. The nightmare they like to induce. This stuff is getting flipped on its head. No. There's going to be reversals. Leave them. Okay, I will. This is what's driving this whole week. Terror attacks, the Capitol. Boy, oh boy, somebody is really weakened by that. First house. Leo, I will. Two of Swords. This is calling them out. This is kind of like getting sanctioned. This was the card today with Chauvin. Deciding to arrest someone, deciding to, now's the time to indict. I mean, swords, they're intellectual, they're communications, contract. Leo, I will. Biden's going to do something. The Secret, the Moon, the Soul, the Three of Cups, conspiracies. I just had Rudy Giuliani come to mind. Kind of the cover-ups, I think, that are going on in D.C. with the U.S. Attorney General. There's a counterplan to that. But all these things that have been conspiring behind the scenes. That's the secret. The hidden enemy, this didn't work out. A broken agreement. This was Jupiter return benefits. There was an agreement that went sour. The hidden enemy, people turning on each other. They're not getting what they want or need. Oh gosh. 11th house, friends. Wishes, dreams, allies, humanitarian efforts. That is not a happy family. So the 10 of Cups, that could be wouldn't be nice if this was a GOP. This is also the Moggers. The P-Boys. The P-Boys. Oh, boy. Are you going to let go of Daddy Don Julio? What's crowning D.C.? Donald, I have. Bad news. I have bad news. Bad news and some pages, kids, or those that were, I just had Allie Alexander come into my mind with all those yahoos. Papadopoulos, and isn't Jacob Wool still in jail? Is he still in jail? And who's the other guy with him that got arrested? Those kind of people. 9th house, lands far away, Justice Department, lovers, Saturn return. We're going to find out about these lovely agreements with their conspiracy that they boil down to just two people, two nations. Shared resources, air comms. Mars is active there to get it all. The devil. Who spoke to the devil? Who made a deal with the devil? Oh my gosh. Who had the devil order them? It's all the devil. This is in the skies over DC. There's going to be an effort to keep this, to bring this to view. 7th house, partnerships. Seven of Swords. The truth of what was stolen, what was taken, what was just recklessly left a mess. These are going to, and there's going to be sloppy disagreements. This is sudden, shocking stuff in square to Saturn. And the pain. Wow. There's the Moscow. Okay, 6th house, public servants. Something's missing. They're hopeless. The GOP, tell me it's the GOP. The Republicans are hopeless. Oh, okay, so the star reverse, that's the failed insurrection as well. Oh, these guys. Ah, 5th house of the sun. Tell me something good. 5th house of the sun. The Knight of Cups. You get no offers. I'm not giving you any support for this crap that you did. Did Donald like offer something and then revoked it? Someone got something taken away. 1st house. But this is the 1st house body. I don't know what this is. Is this taking from someone? I'm getting the officers at the Capitol. Oh, I wonder if someone is facing some really serious charges and they're just going to spill. 4th house, defenses, Pisces, I believe. Remember, reversed. I don't believe. Oh, you guys. So there was the 3 of Pentacles, a secret discussion that they made. They're going to hire their very best with their plan. The decision has been made. I don't believe the decision has been made. Oh my God. I don't. Oh, the USA is defending against. I don't know if this is the 3 branches of government, but wow. Okay, so we got 3 cards here. It's a Grand Trine Blessings. We have the South Node, what we're letting loose of, what we're getting rid of. No. It's just... Okay, no, where's my cards? No what? Here we go. No what? Okay, so I make my yes and no cards. When someone gets a no card, then I draw another card, and that means that's the thing they're supposed to dispose of or get rid of. It can also mean, no, I'm not what you think it is, okay? So, Grand Trine Blessings. It's a weak no, though. A weak no is kind of like, no, I didn't do that. I swear I didn't do that. Like, unconvincingly say that you're not it. Oh, you guys, shit, oh my God. Someone's trying to cover up that foreign money power. Oh, shit. What else? You guys, I don't even know what to say. Where's my thing from last week? This showed up. Where is it? You know what I'm talking about. Oh my God. This was the full moon over Washington, D.C. in the 1st house, the government, 6th house routine. I gave that whole explainer about the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Look what shows up now here in communications. So last week, this is a public servant. This is someone in the military. It could be the justice. It could be investigations. Remember, queens are nations. So the nations that are of Pentacles are the ones who are doing the bribing, or the U.S. is taking in money for back channel foreign policy to dispose of. And that's where the power comes in, and that new money. And so someone has a no, I didn't do that. But we have the communication dork. It was right here last week. This is what they were in pursuit of. Now it's moved down here to the South Node. We are in pursuit of this. This is who we were at the full moon. We are at the point now we can dispose of this and release it with the South Node of the moon, which is going to bring a lot of Grand Trine blessings. And this moon is active here right now. Someone's going to poop their pants again this week. So we had 3 cards, but I added 2 more. The no, the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. Clemency. 8 of Swords, jail. release, clemency. Someone got out of jail. Someone's busting out of the pokey because oh my gosh, the justice. So it's so unfair. So this is on the ascendant. Libra rules the scales of justice. Libra is ruled by Venus. Venus is close to the sun. It's close to Biden. He's saying, yes, I will. 2 swords, you. So there's clemency. Something with justice is getting turned over. You guys, someone. Oh my God. Just, okay. Well, this week I can pay attention to the news. Oh, I don't even have enough money, enough room to write this all down. No. Ace Pentacles. Queen Pentacles. 8 of Swords reversed and the Justice reversed. Conjunct the South Node, you guys. Okay, the second house. The South... Oh, shit, you guys. This was the astrology card, was the South Node debts. Hello. I'm going to pass that what we value as a nation, what we've uncovered in Scorpio with shared resources is now energized to go dispose of, release with the South Node and debts that has to be paid up. What is this? The Chariot. Someone was moving money. Okay, I need some more cards. What am I going to do here? Let's do this. What? You got, oh, look what's on the bottom. Okay, who's in this fine chariot? Because this is not a mergoat. This is not a mergoat. Chariot. I just want some clarifiers. What's going on with this insanity? How are you guys? Oh, I hear the IGs are burning the midnight oil. Okay, well, you know, that's Neptune. Midnight oil. They got plenty of it in spades for their 6th house of service. What the heck is this Chariot about? Chariot. Who are... Let me put this here. What's going on with this Chariot? Misfortune. This is also my QAnon card. But this was the timing. They had bad time. I wonder if this goes back to the insurrection. At the base of this, we have the 8 of Wands coming in fast. This thing is fast. What's this Chariot with the timing is going to be so fast. Because what's crowning this? Dun, dun, dun! Knight of Pentacles. No, this is, are these serving papers? These are documents. Documents, moneyed documents. Bribes, offers. They uncovered this origin of the money to the Russia. Bribes, money laundering, charity, LLCs, tax exempt things. What's the challenge of this thing? The action they took. What type of action did they take? The 10 of Cups with the people. I wonder if this is related to the funding with the insurrection, the 7 of Swords. They're covered in theft. They're covered in these sloppy ops. How do we see this Chariot? It is America, America. Aw, it's America. America's on the move to release the South Node because the environment is one of a total freaking nightmare. Yeah, we're done with this. The hope is to Deal with this tower moment quickly, efficiently, tidy it up, get it out. The fear is that this won't be the end. So the next steps, the Six of Swords, let's just deal with this, spread out all areas, cover everything. We got to calm this crap down. Final outcome. The Knight of Swords, intelligence, warrior. The truth shall set you free. The secret discussion's ongoing. The Five of Swords, the mafia, abuse of power. Guess what? We're done with that. You're going to follow the rules now. That's the Chariot. That's the freaking Chariot. Can you believe this, you guys? Yeah. Representative Zoe Logran released a 2000 page. Nancy Lee, I saw that briefly. A report documenting social media posts of the GOP colleagues leading up to January 6th. I would love to see that. Report includes a breakdown of members by state. Nancy Lee, do you have a link for that to share with all the boys and girls? Okay, do I have these written down? Well, I just packed that up. Okay. We have to get on to our contracts. We've been doing this for a while. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And we don't have any big planets being bullies. This is gonna feel like a good week, you guys, before we hit spring. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. This goes. Now I'm just going to throw everything everywhere because I don't need it anymore. Okay. Grab your papers and pencils. Writing utensil, if you can. I will explain. I'll give you a moment to get your stuff. You know what? I need to go. I will be right back. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I feel like the mergoats are here. Our lovely little mergoats. How's my battery here? Oh, wow. I've got enough battery. We are good. Oh, man. Okay. So, we're gonna take this and put it there. Going to grab my whiteboard and erase. So we are still in this very, very, very important Aquarius new moon lunation. I think the most important one this year, next year, perhaps this millennium. It's that big. The Saturn Jupiter is our reset button every 20 years with structure and responsibility, our structures, our how we're organized. With a Jupiter, which expands thing, the planet of good luck, fortune. It could be misfortunate too, but that's what grows things bigger. Kind of like going from a business to a corporation. It is bigger. It's creating like another world. Now, this is an Aquarius, which is very favorable for, science, human rights, equity. And this is why the GOP cannot go back to the way things are. There's a new sheriff, lots of new sheriffs in town, and they don't know that. So usually when I do my new moon wishes, I call them contracts now because they're powerful. They work. Usually I do that maybe for the first couple days, week, but we're also in eclipse weather, so that energy is potent too. So I write new moon contracts, what I want, what I wish for. And for simplicity's sake, I, as a Scorpio, write, I want this, I want that. I just write them down. I have a journal where I keep my stuff. So what we did this year is I started expanding that out with all of you, especially starting last November, so we could get ahead of this tidal wave and pre-pave everything that we want. So all we do during this segment, I have the 4 cards here. This inspires the contracts that we're going to write for today. And we write them together because our collective focus in this moment at this lunation is powerful together. And we have my little fairy spirits. They're called mergoats, like a blend of a mermaid with a goat. They do not have beards or udders. Was that GM Dave? It's because they're like not even part of this solar system. They are, but they go beyond. Very trans-Neptunian, like far, far, far away. And they just help us create. They're here. So this, the mergoats, it's like a cross of a mermaid. You think of the Chariot, that card that I had of the Chariot. This black and white card reminds me a lot of it. So it's like a mermaid driving a chariot. But as she goes on, and then she passes you, you can tell that her mermaid tail is more similar to that of the glyph for Capricorn, because Capricorn is represented by a goat because it climbs to the highest mountains effortlessly. Where's my chariot? And so that's just kind of the image that I see with the mergoats. And so they're here. They're ready to work. This is just what they do. No big deal. Did I pass it up because I was talking? You guys know who I'm talking about. Okay, well, I'm not going to search. You guys know who the mergoats. So they're here. They like to do stuff with us. So we're just going to write. Right. And so you guys share your ideas. I just try to write what comes to mind. I'm kind of sloppy at this. I just do what I can. If you don't like my words, just use your words. So that's all we're doing. Okay? Tish, Queen Lofgren is on Twitter. Oh, just followed her. You will look for Dr. Brown sent to you. Okay, thank you, Tish. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What is Bobert doing, Nancy Lee? She just checked Colorado. Bobert is on it. Oh my gosh, no kidding, Tisha Jackson. Best job to have right now in the federal government is going into law enforcement with a special, I think, also accounting. That's really smart. Okay, so these are our new moon contracts. This flew out. As I was saying, Donald was scared of the 7 Pentacles. Investments. So I want to see all of the investments exposed in full by our past 45. Quickly. For him, Pentacle, things that you value. So this also was showing up around the time as insurrection. I realized at the time, this is kind of him with his like little Proud Boy militias, all his MAGA militias. So I want all of the militias and Nazi hate group white supremacists rounded up, charged, bankrupt, because that's that was that Ku Klux Klan Act, I think. But there's ways of serving them, so they bankrupt those hate groups, which leads to them and completely and permanently disbanded here and globally. Because this is what the biggest threat to democracy is right now. All those far-right groups. So, I want to see all the investments exposed in full bar past 45 quickly. I want all of the militias and those hate groups, white supremacists, rounded up, charged, and bankrupted, and completely and permanently disbanded here and globally. Oh, yes. I want Merrick Garland confirmed and the wheels of justice to move fast and no more voter suppression. I want HR 1 to go through, right? Okay. Okay. There's that. So we have that one. Let me erase this and get a new marker. Okay. Yeah, I'm done with that one. I think I need some new markers. Okay, so this first card, this one's Deanna. If you're still here. The Emperor. I feel like this is leadership in the United States. This Emperor has a sword. It has the ram, like the goat, leadership. Okay, so what I'm getting here, the Emperor is ruled by Mars. Mars rules Scorpio. It's in the 8th house of Scorpio. I feel like this is really having President Biden step forward fully into his role to just kind of lay down the gauntlet and say, we're going to be unified behind the United States of America and who we stand for. We are not going to do any more of this back and forth, wishy-washy, truth, not truth, misinformation, not and building the tallest cliffs so that nobody can ever, like, these are the cliffs of justice and truth, that this crap that is threatening our nation and our democracy can never scale it, again, our government, this is really about protecting our nation and our national security. So I want to see 46 fully step up in his leadership position as POTUS to secure our nation 100% from domestic threats and their transnational mobs and draw the red line to stop this by using all powers granted to him. We're not gonna, we have to stop putting up with this crap. To him. Zero tolerance now. Now, I understand the part about not rocking the boat too much in the beginning because we don't want to trigger them into more crime and terror. I hope this means that we have our bases covered because I don't want him to act too soon where all these yahoos act out and we weren't ready to take them on. I want him ready. We got 100 days. Let's get this stuff done. So, does it make sense? So, I want to see 46 President Biden fully step up in his leadership role as POTUS to secure our nation 100% from within and without, to end the Congress who is in bed with them, and then the transnational mafia that is helping them with their intel and surveillance here. I want to see him draw the big red line and stop this now by using all powers granted to him and for this country to embrace zero tolerance of their crap. And egads, the media has got to fall in line. So that's what I want. We've got stability, we've got good news, but darn, we need some protection. We need more protection. This is stupid. Okay. Got that? Okay. Yes, Tisha, this new, yeah, so the new, you're absolutely right. This new moon in Pisces is very important to healing and unity. So let's clean this. You do have, but it's just what we're doing. I feel like we could be doing more. And I think he's taking a sequential stepwise, so nothing so radical that it throws everyone off balance. We're just going to slowly, sequentially do this. Okay, so that was Deanna. Lucienne, this is your card if you're still here. Oh, Deanna. So was that accurate, Deanna, do you think? Okay. Yes, Nancy Lee, I want then to the filibuster too. This, ooh, Judgment. Man, I want those judgments unsealed now. I want them charged now. I need some clarifiers. What is this more? Tell me more. You're still here. That's your card. That's a good one. You have anything else to add to that? Oh, thank you, Deanna. You do think it was accurate. Thank you. Okay. I feel like this has to pass the darn COVID Relief Act. I want the COVID Relief Act passed now for all fully equipped and ready to go now. I'm so sick of waiting on this interference, the GOP in our way. I want the judgments on this lying, obstructionist, anti-democratic GOP on the to what? We want them active to come out now. No more delays. We're just so sick of this, and all their friends that are helping them out. So sick of that, and sick and tired and done with their whining and crying. Poor me. Their freaking mind games. Get them out. Someone hit the gong show. Grab the hook. Pull them out. We're done. I want clemency for families. All those that have struggled so hard and that have been unfairly terrorized, judged, lost, forgotten. Give them the help that they need. I want clemency for those unjustly targeted and terrorized by 45. I want support and help to arrive and to rectify in full the damages done. Equity of clemency for all. I want clemency for those unjustly targeted, and I don't care if they're citizens or those seeking asylum. For all of them targeted, terrorized by 45 and all those gross people, I want support and help to arrive for them and to rectify in full the damages that were done to them. I want equity of clemency for all. And throw out those bogus pardons while you're at it. I want consequences. We're getting the natives are getting angry. This also applies to Texas. I want Texas, Mississippi, Oregon, all of them devastated by this weather. To comply with, they're going to have new federal mandates. Federal mandates and oversight. And oversight ASAP. That has to happen. That's a really sloppy way of writing it, but that was just something else that came to mind. How's that? Oh, it's so spot on. Oh, good. Okay. They're voting now. Schumer's making them stay till it's done. Good. Asteroid astrology. The void of course moon at the inauguration will have progressed into Taurus so they can begin new things and lasting things. Thank you, asteroid astrology. Maybe that's what this void of course moon is, the astrology card that came up because it's in the 6th house of service. Lasting, Saturn and truth. I like that. That totally coincides with that. Okay. Bye, Keisha. Thank you for coming. Good night, sweetheart. Okay. Who's next? We have what do we have? Okay. Who's next? We have, this one is Sophie. Sophie. I want some good news. Yes. I want lots of good news for America, her citizens, our kids, schools. I want good news about thriving, reversing COVID, COVID mitigation, I want great weather. I want good news from red states and blue states and native states. I want good news about the truth and USA embracing truth. I want good news about jobs for all. We still do not have equity for all. I want good news for manufacturing, farmers, climate, water, land. I want good news, USA. Man, I could just go on and on and on about that. I love that. Sophie, I love this card. That was delicious. Yep, totally magic. I love it. The Senate is voting now. I want great news from the Senate. Yay! Yay! It's supposed to be my confetti. Okay, I should be live. I should be live. Am I here? 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 Come on. Can you see me now? Uh-oh. I cripe. Am I? I'm back. I'm back. Yay. Okay. I want. YouTube, this one's just for you. I love you too. I want YT to chill out and fall in love with the Queen's Tarot. Let's have fun together, YouTube. Right? Okay. I skip ad. Yeah, for entertainment purposes, not really YouTube. Come on, be my friend, YouTube. I've been so nice to you. I've been patient. All these people love you too. Okay, hello, Ocean Garnet's here. Hi there. Hi, Pammy. Hi, Edwina. Maxine, isn't it fun? It is pretty amazing. Okay, so the last card. We have the last card to do, you guys, for our contracts. Okay. You guys, tonight was kind of a comedy show with the cards. This is so fun. Okay, so the last one we have, if he's still here, GM Dave. Ooh, the devil. What do you guys want with that devil? I want the devil to go back where he came from. Never to return. Someone go lock that door. Lock that door. And lock that door. Don't let them back or near power. The devil, you know who shows up at the devil. So these are all the people we want. Swift. I want swift accountability for those with the insurrection in Congress. But, you know, this is also bill behind bars. DT and those psycho kids. All them Trumps. This has been DeVos. It's Prince. It is Putin. MBS. All those mofos. I want all those that made a deal with the devil. USA, allies, planet Earth, to pay up. The time is now. Also, I want USA media to release Their 45 drama addiction. I want the media and social media platforms to what, you guys? Boot the devil for good. You know what I mean? This is just insane. I can't even read this. So, I want the devil to go back where he came from, never to return. Someone go lock that door and don't let them back or near power anywhere. I want what? Swift accountability for the... I have no idea. For the insurrection and those in Congress also. These mofos bar. DT, all them Trumps. DeVos Prince. Chow Mitch. Ugh. Jared. Gross. Bannon, Mnuchin. All them. Ugh. Putin, all those mofos. I want all of those that made a deal with the devil USA, our allies as planet Earth, to pay up now. The time is now. I want USA media to release their drama, their addiction to drama, and social media platforms to boot this devil practice for good. You know what I mean? I just know how to say it. Okay? Are we good there? Let's get the shoe on the road. Yes, let's get the show on the road. I know. We're just like, I think we're delayed because, okay, one more. Because they're stalling on approving Biden's cabinet. So one last one. I want President Biden's cabinet approved now. And end the filibuster. This is not going to last forever, you guys. I got that very clearly yesterday when I was just so angry thinking about it. I'm like, we cannot do another 4 years of this or 2 years. And I got, no, you won't. It's a process. You have to be mindful of every legal step. Because if you miss one little thing, the GOP is going to turn around and sue, and then we're delayed again. Stop. End the delays. We're done. We're done. We're done. So, that's it. Are we good? Yeah, what a night. How about it, Linda Foster? Good. Thank you, Ocean Garnet. Yes. Okay. So holy crap, you guys, it is late. We've been going for quite a while. So thank you so much for coming out, moderators. You guys are rock stars. Thank you so much for all your generous donations. You guys just surprise and delight me all the time. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put in the timestamps. If I see your questions in there, I will try to answer your questions. I feel like I'm just starting to get back into motion. I have just been well, anyway, I'm out of it going forward. So thank you so much, you guys. You guys have a wonderful evening. Maxine, Kaylee, one more, please. Okay, fine. We'll do one more contract and that's it. Thank you, Pammy. Thank you, Maxine. Okay, so one more. One more contract. One more. I feel like, is this like an encore? You feel like you're gonna get your lighters out and serenade my contracts? I've been listening to too much vinyl. Oh, I got Bob Marley on vinyl because of that song. Okay, one more contract. One more contract. Where's this deck? Where'd it go? Okay, I know. Every little thing is gonna be alright. We're gonna get the pretty. If I can get it out. One more. We're gonna get the pretty. Here's the pretty. One more contract. The Everyday Enchantment Tarot. Poppy Palin Tarot. Just one more. Give me one more. You know what these guys want. Okay. I cannot even shuffle these, but that's okay. You know what these guys want. Give me one more. One more. Let's do one more. I cannot do this. They're so pretty. They're just... I would love to have these as a mini deck and a tin. I would use them all the time. But they're also so pretty. I just don't want to get like the oils from my hands all over these. They're just so pretty. So vibrant. Okay. One more. Give me the best one. Oh, it's here. Where is it? Oh, is it right here on top? Six of Swords. Oh, wow. I feel like this has to do with trust. I love this image because, first of all, I do love winter. I like the ice. I love, oh my gosh, the Canadian geese are there. I love how every single day, the days are getting longer, they're getting warmer, and it's like we are emerging from our cocoons in this devastating winter that has felt like it was going to take us at any moment. And here are some possessions and belongings, things we had to leave behind, but our fairies and our guidance systems were with us the whole time, giving us the tools we needed to keep going forward. And don't look back. Don't look at these scary cracks behind you. You're not in the water. The sun is drawing you forth. I love this because it's a family trying to get their footing. See, here's the thing. They're wobbly on skates. Their ankles might be a little bendy. They might fall, but here's the thing. If you learn how to step and glide, you can push off and go so fast, so far, and have so much fun and play a game of hockey on the way. This is not staying stuck. Don't let our terror of where we've been in our cocoons and hibernating inhibit our motion forward. This is the great thaw. This is using your whole body to propel you. There's no friction on ice, you guys. But the ice melts the steel. The pressure of your weight on ice, that melts ice. Do not stand still. Do not be paralyzed in fear. Go forward. And as you skate more, you get your confidence. You start shedding your clothes because you're hot and you're warm and your blood is pumping and you're perspiring. And it is so fun to skate when it's warm outside in nature and it's just you and the horizon and the geese. and the sky 360 degrees around. It's the most beautiful place to be on earth with those that you love. So I don't even know how to say that in I want, but I want more. I want more. I know. I want a sense of security and self-confidence and eager new desire to thrive in new, exciting, fun ways. I want to release the fear and anxieties and terror from the past, and to easily skate away and easily glide towards my heart's desire with those I love the most in joy. That's what I want. That's your curtain call. Let's see. That's the Six of Swords. I rather like this Six of Swords. The swords are the blades. You know, the other thing, because you guys know I love hockey. To me, I love seeing, the other reason why I love hockey so much is because hockey truly flows with the transits in real time and the tempo. You don't have like the earth and ground with resistance on your feet. You really are propelled without resistance, where your body really expresses its power and intention, because everything is instant like that. You cannot have any doubt, because the moment you have the slightest doubt, with everyone tuned in, tapped in, responding to the cosmos, you are like stripped of the puck and the other team gets it. I love watching the interplay of hockey with astrological transits in real time. It's amazing to watch. That's another reason why I love it, because it's just so in the flow with the energies. I like this Six of Swords. And then to have such confidence as an athlete, to be that forward thinking, to do that kind of play with that kind of performance and strength. And you're doing this on basically knives, on stainless steel that's less than 1/4 of an inch wide. It takes a phenomenal talent to play that sport. We'll add figure skaters, anyone on ice doing something and going somewhere takes a lot of work. But the thing is once you get in the groove, because you have to be a full body in tune to your center of gravity, you have to be aware of those around you, and you have to be aware of all parts of your body so you don't injure yourself. And then to pull it off so gracefully, it's amazing. I love this Six of Blades card because here's the thing, Pisces, the sign of Pisces rules the feet. When you get lost, sometimes I think, okay, feet, what are we doing? Where are we going? And you listen to your feet from the tips of your toes to the soles of your feet and up through your ankles, and it moves your body and your brain stops thinking and you just go. I love the Six of Swords. So that was a great last call. Thank you for your persistence. Thank you. Okay. So on that note, we're done, you guys. Have a great evening. We're going to have a great week. I will check in some more. Thank you so much. I just love doing these new moon contracts. Jingle all the way. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Have a good night. Yes, trust yourself and know you're worthy of all your effort and rewards will happen. Thank you, Marie. If someone posts to you directly by using your name, only your name. Okay. Love you, sweetheart. Thank you, Maxine. That was awesome. Thank you, Pammy. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, love, Leslie. Thank you, Holly. Can't wait for the asteroids. Thank you, Coco. You guys are rock stars. I believe in you. This community is awesome. You guys are so great. Thank you, Ocean. Have a good night. Okay, bye.